Let's have a look at the Centrelink diet. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because I thought this would be a really interesting article to have a look at. It's about a woman on Centrelink, how she gets away with $100 a fortnight on shopping. Now, cost of living is an issue for all of us, and well, I'd say it's more of an issue for those on lower income. And Centrelink, youth allowance, all of those support schemes, then you're not getting much money. Okay, it's tough to get by. Now, many people are calling for an increase to these payments to make it easier for people on them. I would argue that one of the benefits to increasing these payments, the amount of money we give these people, is to allow them to buy better and healthier food. And, well, then that would have reduced ongoing medical costs, particularly later in life. But the problem is, the government health guidelines, the dietary guidelines, everything we're fed from mainstream media about what is healthy isn't really. And a lot of it is high carbohydrate rubbish that leads to diabetes. And that's the problem, because all the cheap food, all the processed food is full of seed oils, it's full of carbohydrates, it'll spike your insulin, and it'll cause health issues. If you want to try and go down a ketovore or a carnivore path to get your insulin levels under control and to have a healthier diet, well, one, you're going against the mainstream narrative. You're looking at cutting-edge research, which we have access to now thanks to YouTube and the internet, but also it can be intimidating with the costs. I would argue that going butter and cheap high-fat mince is a great way to mitigate that, but it's boring. It's a boring diet, guys. You know, I love my chocolate. I love my chocolate. I have, at the moment, we've got a job on where we're doing a visualization inside a retail space. So I need to get examples of these products to put them in the context, to model them up, to photograph them. So I've been eating chocolate and junk food because, well, I can't, if I buy it, I can't throw it away. That's been beaten into me as it hasn't been beaten into me. It's been driven into me as a child not to waste food, but I'm paying that price. You know, I'm feeling it. Less energy, more bloated, acid reflux, all the fun things that come with the standard diet that you don't really realize isn't normal unless you go on a carnivore or ketovore diet. But anyway, let's have a look at this Centrelink diet to see what people are eating. And this is what worries me, is that the tougher times get, they'll actually take the Dave Ramsey advice and they'll just eat beans and rice, which is really not that good for you. So, hardly covers the counter. A woman on Centrelink shares her fortnightly shop on a $100 budget. $100 for every 2 weeks. That's not much. A woman on JobKeeper payments has revealed the 39 grocery items she lives on each fortnight as Aussies reel over rising grocery prices, written by Rebecca Borg for news.com.au. So, an unemployed Australian woman shopping list has emphasized the severity of the country's cost of living crisis, with her small haul of 39 basic items setting her back $100. $100 does not go as far as it used to. I went the other day to Coles to buy a roast chook just so we could get some dinner for the kids, and I left $60 less in my wallet. This is the problem with doing frequent shops, because then you'll buy a little thing here, a little thing there, and all of a sudden that $8 chicken, or $10, $15 chicken now, has ballooned to a $60 shop. When we first really looked at getting our finances and budget and spending under control, one thing we eventually moved towards was the monthly shop, doing a shop once a month to really buy everything in bulk. Because you've got less incentives to, do the impulse buys. We're struggling with that at the moment. We're probably doing every 3 weeks now because we're in a smaller location. We don't have a deep freeze where we are at the moment. Having the big deep freeze, the big one where you can put a whole beast in it, that's awesome, because then you go, okay, I want steak, you go get it. The frugal woman took to Twitter to share screenshots of her fortnightly grocery list to show the small amount of food she's able to afford using her Centrelink payments. Pantry staples like bread, tuna, coffee, beans, and lentils were all home brand, while thin beef sausages were the only meat product in her online trolley. So let's have a look at this list before we go through here. What's she got? She's got organic, fair trade golden freeze coffee. Okay, so $4 for the coffee. Okay, you've got Tuna in spring water, $3.50. 400 grams. I remember when the little ones, the flavored ones, were like $1. They've gone up. Coles bread, $2. But see, white bread. This is not healthy. Full cream milk, that's good. Long life milk, that's gone up. They used to be under $1. At least what we used to get at Aldi was under $1. Now it's $1.60. That's a 60% increase. That's significant. Broccoli, a baby broccoli, nearly $3. A tiny little broccoli. That's hardly it. Fruit and veg is getting more expensive. Hey, remember when they changed fruit picking to hourly rate? Remember all of that? Yeah, we're no discussions about that anymore. Cherry tomatoes, $2. Tampons, $3.75. Not that expensive. And you hear all these people demanding it free. That's just nuts. I mean, come on. Organic fruit and wild berry shampoo, what? Wild berry, is that a shampoo? Why you got berries in your... I'm a bloke, okay? And I don't have any hair, so this is beyond my realm of expertise. Oh, it's this item over here. That's what we're looking at here. I'm thinking shampoo. Denture cleaner tablets, $3.50, okay. Laundry liquid, $3 for $1. Yep, you can't really get away without that. What do we have here? Frozen meat pies, $5.70. I mean, it's cheap. 6 meals you can have with that, but it's going to be full of seed oils. This is the problem. To get the cheaper food, you're getting the seed oils. And it's not natural. They're only 100 years old, pretty much. Humanity hasn't been eating seed oils since, in ages past. We haven't grown up with seed oils as a species. Coles sweet potatoes, $5. $5 for 350 grams of sweet potatoes. Here's the problem I have. I still remember prices from when I was working at Woolies while I was back in high school. So I think potatoes, they're $1 a kilo, aren't they? The dirty, unwashed ones, $1. 99 cents. Not anymore. Look at that. $5 for 350 grams. Frozen fish fillets, beer battered. Again, I mean, $5, that's good. But the problem is it's full of seed oils. Coles regular spread, $3.50. If that is butter, it probably isn't. That's going to be full of rubbish as well. So this, you don't want to eat this. You don't want to eat this. You don't want to eat this. But people have to because it's cheap. Dairy strawberry yogurt, $4.15. That's gotten more expensive for a kilo. I mean, that's going to be full of sugar, but at least it's got some fat in it. Pasta that's just wheat. At least that's still cheap. But that's just filler. There's nothing in it that's useful. It's just filler. So you can have a look here. This shop, it's not the healthiest, but I can understand why. So, I mean, there you go. There's an argument I would make for increasing Centrelink payments, is to ensure that the poorest Australians have access to healthy food. But then we need to change the dietary guidelines to steer people down the right path, a more traditional diet of animal-based products. That's what we want. But, that's a minority fringe opinion at the moment now, the carnivore, ketovore groups. Most of her veggies were fresh, while the rest of her products were fridge and freezer items. She spent no more than $13 on sanitary and cleaning products, while all items to be purchased from Coles. Couldn't you... Aldi would be cheaper than that, but then again, with such a small shop, you may not notice the difference. I thought I'd share what my shop looks like. This is a fortnight. People who believe job seekers out here are living the life are wrong, the woman tweeted. The photo of her shopping list resonated online with dozens of followers revealing they were facing the same grim reality as they struggled to pay for basic groceries. What really is showing here is how expensive this is all getting. I remember when $100 used to feed my family of 5. It would fill a trolley. Now it hardly covers the counter, one mum said in response. What I'm finding absolutely insane at the moment is it's cheaper for my mum and I to get pizza, which lasts 3 nights of dinner, than to buy ingredients to make a healthy dinner, another said. That's because if you go on a Domino's, you can get these $5.99 pizzas. And all it is it's all garbage. This is the problem. There's hardly any meat on there. There's hardly any sauce on there. But it's all wheat and seed oils. This is the problem. People are going to have to resort to these foods because they're cheaper. That's the sad reality of it. And it leads to health consequences later in your life. When you're young, you're fine, it's all good, you're invincible. But the older you get, I'm noticing it, guys, after, past 40, or you young'uns at 25, you can go out, down 5 steins of Guinness, no problem. Gets harder every 5 years. It gets worse. A third added, I've resorted to Woolies prep, set, and go frozen vegetables like chop onion, tricolor capsicum, stir-fry veggies because fresh veggie is poor quality or goes off too fast. I mean, that's probably not a bad idea, honestly. If you're going to eat veggies, you get the frozen ones. They're snap frozen. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, I prefer the pickles. The sauerkrauts and the pickled cucumbers. That's for me the pure like lion diet carnivore. I want a bit of variety, a bit of onion and things like that with it. So I'll go pickles, but I've got to be careful to avoid the stuff that's just added sugar. So you can pickle it yourself too. We do that with all our garlic. We buy it in bulk, like a big bag, 2 kilograms of garlic, and then we just sit it in vinegar, and it all turns green. But it's fine. You can eat it like that, and it's a lot cheaper. The Woman's Post comes amid a spate of consumers sharing their weekly shops online in recent weeks, leaving many frustrated at the significant price people pay for a small portion of items. Earlier this week, an image of a Woolworths shopper's $80 grocery haul went viral. In another tweet, one man shared how $100 scored him just 18 items from Coles. Quick Sale's chicken schnitzel and red meat appeared to be the most costly products, while 2 V8 juice bottles were purchased for the price of one. The Coles customer noted he was forced to swap his usual Wheat Bix for the Coles home brand due to price increases. So what? I mean, come on. It tastes all the same, okay? The only good thing about Wheat Bix is the sugar you put on top of it, okay? It tastes like cardboard. It's shit, okay? This is not... Look at the Mongols, look what they eat, and look how they beat the Chinese, okay? There you go. Look at the different diets. While the rest of his shop consisted of pantry and fridge staples. I mean, what do we have here? I mean, this is someone trying to make burgers, frying up an egg. Yeah, I mean, that can cost a lot. The burger sauce, that's all full of sugar. That's not too bad, but still got a fair bit of sugar in it. That's real, that's real, that's real, that's real. That's, a bit of fluff. It's not nothing. The problem with the veggies and all the nutrients in it, a lot of them aren't bioavailable to humans. So they're not going to be as easy for you to digest as the vitamins that you can get in meat and animal products. So you're buying all these pills that have iron in it, but it's a different type of iron. It's harder for your body to process, so it's kind of useless. You don't need all these pills and bullshits. You just need to eat real products. Animals. That's what you need to eat, guys. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but, humans didn't evolve to have our large mental capacity by eating twigs and things, did we? No. Here you go. Here's another one. Let's check this one out. I mean, oh no, you had to go to the wheat biscuit, the knockoff brand, probably made in the exact same factory, just with a different box. V8. What do we got here? V8. Yeah, I don't know why you'd bother with that. Beans, you don't need them. It's just filler. This is probably going to be drenched in seed oil. This is good. The oil in that will be seed oils. Yes, I hope that's real butter. That's real cheese, real milk. Good, good, good. This is all seed oils. Oh, there. Hopefully you've got some good meat there. Don't know what that is. And yeah, spag ball, frozen. Look, what you want to do is you want to check at the back of the packet what the product is. And you see, okay, second product, canola oil or this or that, just to fill it out. That stuff is good for putting using as chain bar fluid in your chainsaw. It's not meant for eating. So, unfortunately for consumers, these 3 shoppers aren't the only ones making sacrifices at the register, with 1 in 3 Australians finding shopping stressful, according to data from Comparison Finder, a website finder. It also comes as no surprise following an 8.4% consumer price indicator rise in the 12th month to December, with the categories of housing and food and non-alcoholic beverages seeing the most significant increases. Furthermore, dairy products incurred the greatest rise, followed by bread and cereal products, while fruit and vegetables saw the 4th largest increase, according to the ABS. And with Coles' extended drop and lock price freeze coming to an end mid-April, shoppers can expect to see their grocery bills climb even further. I thought they'd already ended that. That's why we're seeing prices just get so insane. That's just nuts. So let's keep going here. While the grocery shopping prices sting will be felt for some time, there is some good news for shoppers searching for some relief. Woolworths Group Managing Director and Chief Executive Brad Banducci said while the price of red meat and dairy products are still inflated, other alternatives like chicken are beginning to stabilize in price. Prices are coming down overall, but there's still a long way to go, he told reporters last week. It's critical that we support customers as they try to start spending less. In the meantime, Finder recommends shopping at night, going to Aldi for staple items and buying in bulk as some of its top tips for saving hard-earned cash. Shopping at night. I guess that's when you get all the discounts, isn't it? You know, when they're knocking off stuff and there's less people there. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And Aldi, I mean, we've been shopping at Aldi for years. Rachel went to Aldi with a laptop, wrote down all the items, looked at all the costs, looked at the grams, cost per gram. We went to Costco. We joined Costco. We walked through there. I was getting excited. Going, look at how cheap this is. Look at how cheap this is. And she'd be there with an Excel on her laptop going, nah, it's cheaper at Aldi per gram. You got to find a wife like that, lads. I don't know how I did it. It's just bloody luck, but there you go. And then there's also the travel. For us to go to Aldi, we need to go out to Ipswich. And to Costco, it's out to Ipswich. It's designed to get you to buy a membership and then feel obliged to go there to get the benefit of being a member. It's all psychological. And it felt like America where they had the little carts that people were driving on. Oh, it was surreal, honestly. I should go back there and do a video comparing the two. Other recommendations including meal planning, making enough food to have leftovers, purchasing frozen or tinned products, and taking advantage of supermarket reward schemes. With almost everything in the supermarket going up in price, buying groceries is causing a lot of stress, Finder said. But as the cost of living goes up, you can still find deals and use these hacks to save on your groceries. So there we go, guys. Let's have a bit of a talk about this one. So with my ideological position of food being the animal-based consumption is the healthiest, and the research and evidence that's essentially proven that correct now, I'm concerned that you're going to see people who are struggling are going to turn more and more towards food that will cause them long-term health issues. And from a Centrelink perspective, one could argue that we should increase the payment to allow people access to better food, because in the long run that will reduce the health costs of those people on our medical system. But the problem is, even if you go to a hospital when you're sick, the food that they give you is utter crap. As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. What are your hints and tips to save? And, well, what diet did you find was the healthiest for you? As always, thanks for watching. Check out Heise BIM and Heise Does. And if you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, you can support us on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call us if you need an architect. Take care, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now.